and welcome to X-Play.
On today's show, we have Metal Gear Acid, one of the biggest games coming out for Sony's new handheld, the PSP.
You know it's a card battle game, don't you?
I know. How can they take one of the most revered action games to turn into a card battle game?
No, it is the last straw, but what can we do about it? Welcome to X-Play from Japan.
We're here in Tokyo, Japan, a modest city of 30 million inhabitants.
And we're investigating card battle games and those responsible for the pain.
And those who have been ensnared by its deceptive pleasures, because I can spot a card battle fanatic from a mile away, like that man over there wearing shoes. So how long have you been taken in by the card battle charlatans?
I am both attracted and repulsed by you, sir. Where is your hotel?
All right, now, do card battle games make it impossible for you guys to find women?
I don't care how or why, but a woman is talking to us.
This is almost as good as Pokemon. Almost.
If a stranger came up to you and offered you a card battle game, what would you say to him?
You don't have any idea what I'm saying, do you? I feel very uncomfortable about strange men approaching me on the street. Mother, help.
I hope all you youngsters out there can take an example from this fine, fine young man.
Who would win in a fight, Ash or Yu-Gi-Oh?
I've had a stabbing pain in my head all week. I hallucinate shapes falling from the sky on a regular basis. Ha ha. The pain is unbearable. Please help me.
Card battle games has spread through the industry faster than the clap in a fine Nevada bordello. This burgeoning evil of video games, simulating cards, simulating video games, has perverted gamers' minds, fostering the idea that imagination could one day replace years of sophisticated graphics programming. To fight this, X-Play now stalks a leading culprit of this mafia, Pokemon. With Nintendo's release of two Pokemon titles, FireRed and LeafGreen, it's time to stoke the scapegoat fires and declare, from hell's heart I stab at thee. Now, into the breach. Pokemon fans are doubtless excited to have two new games to play. Sadly, I have to pop that little bubble for you. These games aren't new. They're remakes of the original Red and Blue Pokemon games. If you've already played those, what would motivate you into buying FireRed or LeafGreen? First, both games say they have new content. Technically, that's true. There are some islands that hold some new Pokemon. There's also Teachy TV, which offers demonstrations of how to play. But that doesn't change the fact that most of the content here is recycled. Everything old is old again. Second, don't be fooled by that Scylla and Charybdis of game marketing. Enhanced graphics and sound. Granted, it's the GBA. We're not expecting the world here, but come on. If this isn't an 8-bit retro thing, then I don't know what is. Oh, and the music? It won't win any Grammys either. Finally, both games include a wireless adapter that snaps onto your GBA. This surprisingly neat freebie lets you battle your friends without a link cable. And anything wireless is cool. Imagine the extra fun you'll have playing not from 3 feet away, but 10 feet away. Perhaps Nintendo realized that $30 for a remake is a little steep without some techno bling included. Just a theory. If you're a Pokemaniac, you'll probably get every Pokemon game no matter what. Both FireRed and LeafGreen are capable, if uninspired, remakes of earlier titles. Titles that spawned the herpetic outbreak of the card battle juggernaut. Both FireRed and LeafGreen get a 3 out of 5. So, yeah, there's the corrupting influence of car battle games for you. They can fool you into buying a game you've had for over half a decade.
At least some people around here know that to do real battle, you need real implements of war, not pieces of paper.
Because everybody knows violence is the international language.
There's some bastardized language around here.
Yeah, and it's really funny, too.
Prepare to be shocked with shad grim gravy.
Joyce, Conrad, Ionesco, and Danielle Steele, they are the masters, nay, the choreographers of that sublime entomology we call English. But none, I say, are as accomplished as that scribe known as Japanese. Yes, from the land of the system of life, the lead and beat magic 2004. And Mr. Children are artifacts of such tender tongue massages that we must give them their due. Mama, now join me to gaze longingly on these artifacts of linguistic sublimation. One savvy wordsmith informs us that you can buy excellent gifts by small coin, and that the mighty Soxer comes with beautiful smiling face. Oh, face! Oh, face of super potato, you friendly root vegetable, providing me access to cheap electronic merchandise. Oh, Japanese, you take the time to remind us poor souls that your favorite space, animate, is for your pleasure and dream.
Caution! Don't lean on the gate! The gate would fall down when lean on it. It occurs you. Terrible.
Reinvigorate yourself by declaring,
I like sporty.
and I am yuppie. Shocking! You avatars of all things shallow and cash-driven. But nothing I say is so delicate as this pronouncement of caring and authority. Our shop accepts neither the unjust great success which uses an instrument nor any fraud of coin and a ball. Please understand beforehand that the police is connected with by regulation of our shop, and appropriate measures are taken when discovered. Note a sentence of guilty has come out of such an example. And what an example it is! I tremble before such skill, such calligraphic majesty. I humbly bow before those titans of typographic titillation, those masters of English, the Japanese.
Coming up, unfortunately, someone made a Ghost in the Shell game.
Where are the terrorists? Are they hiding?
Welcome back to X-Play. We are in Japan studying card battle games, their dangerous effects, and find those responsible for creating them.
Now, we have found something of a positive sign. Here behind me is the entire collection of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, the incredible television series based on the amazing and famous anime film. Though its placement, that is something of a concern, is right next to the Video Girlfriend Library.
And on the other side, Pokemon and card battling. How will this affect the upcoming Ghost in the Shell game? Watch our preview to find out.
We first saw Bandai's Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex at last year's Tokyo Game Show. And after playing it there, we really didn't think it would make it to the States. But never underestimate the desire of horned-up American anime fans to see a cyborg woman in tight clothing.
Who's the peeping Tom out there?
I don't know, but I bet he cosplays. See, we like the Ghost in the Shell movies.
Roger that.
We even like the TV series.
Roger that.
And when the game came out featuring cyborg cops Kusanagi and Bato, we were hopeful.
What happened?
Good question. Basically, Ghost in the Shell uses every button on the PS2 controller to move your cybernetic detective through a series of industrial complexes. You can shimmy, jump, and toss grenades. Plus, you can execute this amazing slow-motion knockout kick, which makes no sound, and apparently doesn't actually make contact with your opponent. Amazing, isn't it? You can also hack your enemy's mind, PSYOP style, and make them snipe their comrades. And if that bores you, you can always knife someone with, not in the groinal region! But that's not all. You can also blow up robots with your bare hands, repeatedly shoot dead bodies, or get killed. Or you can just flip around. It's pretty. So far, we're partial to the grenade attacks. They just look neat. Of course, the game wouldn't be complete without a fair amount of shooting. Actually, it's pretty much all shooting. Shoot him, shoot that, shoot these guys. If it's any consolation, you're being killed by a beautiful woman.
Roger that.
So far, the voice work is, well, listen for yourself.
Mr. Bato! Where are the terrorists? Are they hiding?
And the plot. We really didn't understand the plot, but it involved rice.
What? Rice?
Anyway, so far the game does a nice job of making the heroes look acrobatically cool, and the villains do some tumbling of their own.
Whatever. Just make sure you come quicker from now on.
That's the first time I've heard that. From our initial impressions, it looks like Ghost in the Shell standalone complex will be best suited for fans of the series. As for everyone else, we'll have to wait and see. We'll let you know when the review comes out.
You will, huh? I'll be waiting with low expectations.
Yeah, it's a little surprising that Ghost in the Shell has come to the States because the Japanese don't send over every single game of quality.
Right, well, like Kengo 3, for example, you may recognize it as the Bushido Blade series. And you know what? We're not crying that we're not going to see it stateside.
Shed no tears.
No, but on the plus side, after practicing with the video girlfriends, Adam found himself a real girlfriend.
Yeah, I call her creepy. Oh, you have the cutest blank stare. Oh, I love it. You don't have a face. Oh.
Coming up, we may not know much, but we know what the Japanese like. Michael Jackson and tentacle porn.
Welcome back to X-Play in Japan. Now we're exploring card battle games, their terrible effects, and we're searching for those who created them.
And here we are inside of a Japanese game store. It's very apparent that the lack of logic behind the card battle games has permeated all of Japanese gaming. This here is the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman game, proving yet again that some anxieties do cross the Pacific.
There's also Dog of Bay. You play a dog that's also a person that's also a rock star. You're trying to make it to the top. Of course.
Super Gal Palic Hour.
Then we have this game, which is a simulator of being a third-year high school teacher and dealing with the monumental problems that come with a job. The end of the game comes when your class graduates. It's really beautiful. We also have this game. You play a fish. It's basically a fish simulator, and you try and eat and not be eaten.
And Michigan, the corporate outsourcing simulator. Well, yes, these games are weird, but nothing still comes as close to perhaps the weirdest moment in all of gaming history. Space Channel 5, Part 2.
Back in the evening of the Dreamcast's life, Sega released Space Channel 5 Part 2, a bigger, bolder adventure featuring sexy space reporter Ooh La La. It eventually made it to U.S. shores on the PS2 and remains one of the stranger entries in the perpetually strange music dance genre.
Go, my robots! Show those humans how to boogie!
A series of dance-related robot attacks prompts Ooh La La to investigate. Turns out, a wacko space criminal named Purge has decided to make everyone in the universe dance for him using a ballistic groove cannon. To this end, he kidnaps the space president.
Your precious space president, Peace, has been captured by us, the Rhythm Rogues.
Purge is endlessly pleased with himself and even has his own startup space channel.
I amaze myself.
Amaze yourself nevermore, Purge. Ooh La La won't stand for dance crime in this galaxy. As she struts through each stage, Ooh La La has to copy the moves of her enemies as they try to attack her with their groove energy.
Up, down, down, shoot, 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 shoot.
A simple game of Simon Says at first, a brutal endurance test later. Occasionally, you'll have the opportunity to rescue hostages from the robot armies.
Ooh La La, save the board, cheerleaders.
Roger.
Of course, Ooh La La still finds the time to have a jam contest with her rival, Pudding. get in trouble with the space police.
People call me Pine, Eastern Venus Space Police.
And team up with Michael Jackson to take on Purge. You can't make this stuff up, folks.
Thank you so much.
Successful rescue!
Each stage ends with the inevitable giant boss that conveniently plays by the copy my moves rule. As if that weren't enough to qualify Space Channel 5 Part 2 as a weird game, the sequel goes into more risque territory than the first game.
Look, tentacles! Can you handle it, Ulala?
Oh, not there.
But the strangest is yet to come. Once you rescue Space President Peace, he bursts out with the closest thing to a Burt Bacharach song ever heard in a game.
I stand still alone at twilight. Outside of city lights, I found something like a ship without a sail, without a sail. Would be lost if you were not with me, with me. Just how you are, you cannot take part. Sometimes.
It's fun, it's wacky, it's funkalicious, and it's broadcasting live from Planet Weird.
Quite nice, Ulala. In fact, someone grab a cloth.
Now that was weird.
It was weird, but is it as weird as Night Trap, the classic Dana Plato vampire slumber party simulator?
Well, Night Trap didn't have tentacle porn.
That's true.
I don't like tentacle porn.
I like octopus.
Yeah, it's like 20,000 leagues under the porn games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
Coming up, yeah, it's Metal Gear Acid for the PSP. Wait, it's a f***ing card battle game?
Welcome back to X-Play.
We're here in Harajuku, where the effects of card battle games seem to be at their most evident.
And we're about to take a look at the game that brought us to Japan, Metal Gear Acid.
Because when you think of stealth action, you're thinking turn-based card battle game, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
Now, the first thing I am going to do is I've decided that I am going to go undercover to get to the roots of this cultural problem. Would you just hold on one second?
Okay. One of the biggest draws of the PSP will no doubt be the new Solid Snake outing, Metal Gear Acid. This time, things are a bit different. Metal Gear Acid is, believe it or not, a tactical espionage strategy card battle game. Instead of moving Snake around to fight his enemies directly, you move using movement points and take turns attacking and defending with weapon cards. Positioning, terrain, and whether your enemy knows you're there will all be factors in how successful your attacks are. The gameplay might be different from what we're used to, but it looks like the storyline and characters will be classic Metal Gear. Expect dramatic revelations in the absurdly named enemy bosses that have come to define the series. Will changing the gameplay so drastically alienate the Metal Gear fans, or will it open up the world of card battling to a whole new audience? We'll find out when Metal Gear Acid is released alongside the PSP sometime in 2005.
All right, let's go do it. What? Does it make me look fat? What? Hey there. Do you think I look pretty? Oh, okay. I'm dressed as a woman.
You are. Very, very nice!
Excuse me. I'm wondering if you can help me. It's just too trashy. Where can I find the guy who's behind all the card battle games? That one? All right.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you find those people responsible for making the card battle games?
Yes.
Oh, were you okay?
I'm in a dress holding my nuts on a street in Japan. Let's just go home and play some Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Wait.
I just needed a little help. Tired of pounding buttons.
There's a lot of pressure from other gamers.
Just to say what's right and what's wrong.
They made the codes.
It's just so easy.
Put in the code. Put in the code. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Get the latest cheat codes and walkthrough strategies for Half-Life 2.
I'm afraid I'm flying blind here. Don't worry. I'll get you over the hump.
Cheat with Kristen Holt. Tuesday night at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.